welcome to Plantyface Syndicate. We are going to be streaming our Kyber Cup games tonight. Tonight, it will be me commentating, and then after I am done commentating, it will be JJ commentating. So, but tonight we have two Kyber Cup games. Both JJ's and mine are in play tonight. So let's switch to the scene. Tonight we have JJ versus Brandon. JJ is going to be running his evil Republic, or I'm sorry, his evil Rebel list versus Brandon's separatist list. If you don't know what Kyber Cup is Season 6. It's ran by Scott from Hexiled Gaming. And essentially it is like an online tournament that is using the 2.5 rules. Each week we get a new scenario that we got to play into and all of that. So with this week, it is chance engagement. That is the scenario. JJ, let's go ahead and run down the list. JJ is running Gina Moonsong with Marksmanship, Trajectory Sin, Jamming Beam, Blazer Bomb, and S-Foils. 10 Nub with Trajectory Sim, Auto Blasters, Proton Bombs, Afterburners, and S-Foils. Braylon with Synced Laser Cannons, Thermal Detonators, Afterburners, and S-Foils. Ezra Bridger in the TIE Fighter with Compassion and the ever so precious Leia Organa. And then AP5 with Sabine Wren, Spare Parts Canister, and R4 Astromech. Now, the way JJ's list works is essentially what he's trying to do is get bombs into the play area and then use his Sabine Wren to pass off different effects. So, for example, Sabine Wren can give out a jam token, a tractor token, and it's based on any of the bombs and when they hit. So his goal is, and the reason he has Afterburners on one of them, is so that 10 Nub could go in and take an objective at the center at the beginning of the game. Given the fact that he doesn't have to worry about that, because there really isn't an objective to take, JJ will probably not rush in with 10 Nub. The other little piece to his list is the Leia. Leia allows all of those B-Wings to do red maneuvers on the opening run. So if he would like to, he can get in nice and close to them. On Brandon's side, which is a list I love, is a separatist list with Sunfac, Predator, Ensnare, and Afterburners. General Grievous with Outmaneuver, Impervium Plating, Afterburners, and Solus 1. Bombardment drones, 3 of them, with proximity mines, delayed fuses, landing struts, and counter nets. And it looks like on one of the bombardment drone, he had... okay, so I apologize. He does have 2 different types. So 2 of the drones have proximity mines, delayed fuses, and landing struts. The 3rd bombardment drone has counter nets, cluster mines, and landing struts. With the bombardment drones, they have that ability to dump the mine or bomb out the front. Hence why him getting set up closer to rocks, him getting set up rushing in and getting next to a B-Wing so he can just drop a mine on them is pretty awesome. So those are the 2 lists. Again, I'm more excited about one than the other. I think Trajectory Simulator should be banned, personally, but that's just me. And then we have the amazing bombardment drones, which if we go back to how we used to list build, you used to not take those all the time. You used to run 2 of them, maybe 3, but usually 2 of them and a bunch of droids together. 2 of them and a few droids, and then, you know, some sort of Beelzebub ship. But now, with them being 3 points and 5 hull inside of a game, they actually are very beneficial, and they can do things that you're not able to do all the time. So it looks like we have Grievous on one side and Sunfac on the other side. Sunfac is setting up so his arc is rotated to the right, which essentially would say that you'll probably bring Sunfac in pretty fast and then allow him to use his tractor beam to throw it to somebody else. And then he can rotate to his front and call it a day. Grievous is on the other side. I assume JJ's going to have to pick who he wants to go after. I'm guessing Brandon is pushing to have everybody, all of JJ's list, come in to the side with the drones so we can bomb them. But we will kind of see. And I think it kind of depends here. My guess is he'll go in slow with Grievous. Hey, Crispy, how are you? He'll go in slow with Grievous. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Missed that one too. But he'll go in slow with Grievous and kind of see if they try to go all in on Grievous or if they do go down the center of the board. I will say JJ likes to go down the center of the board with those stupid B-Wings, so we'll kind of see. Looks like Brandon run the roll-off, which in this case, it does actually, road will matter a little bit more than in some of the other games that we've posted on here. Especially with Ezra having that overlap, specifically with all 3 of those bombardment drones. And Grievous kind of contending with 10 Nub and Braylon. And we'll see. Again, we'll see if JJ just says, oh, I'm just going to do the one forward, see where he goes, and call it a day. Which I do think could be a problem for JJ if he goes very, very slow in and we get Brandon coming in pretty fast. The other notable thing is Brandon is not running independent calculates, so it does allow him to share the calculate tokens. So essentially all 3 will be able to have calculate or target lock in one calculate mod. It's funny seeing, the Nantex meta that we had a year ago, and then all of a sudden seeing one Nantex and Ensnare back on the table. So Ensnare, I guess, had a run before I started playing X-Wing. So by the time I got into X-Wing, I didn't play Ensnare. I don't think I've ever put Ensnare onto the table ever. And obviously Grievous is a solid piece. Last night, well, with it being May the 4th, which we were gonna screen some games, and then by the time I finished with work and dinner, it was like 8 o'clock, and we couldn't find a Kyber Cup available at that time to stream, so we decided to just move our games to this night. But with it being May the 4th, I watched the Revenge of the Sith last night. So we do have JJ coming in very fast with 10 up there, taking his target lock. Yep. So, all right. So JJ is doing, obviously he did his Leia. He is doing all of his fast maneuvers in there. If he gets too far in, though, he's going to lose his ability to, coordinate with AP5. You guys can play outside. All right, so we see the barrel roll from Braylon. Obviously wants that stress, take that target lock. Setting up that sync laser cannon is still very, very, very good on these B-Wings. I like it. I actually wish they would get rid of Trajectory Simulator, so more of the B-Wings would take the some sort of a cannon there. And with the new, man, that's gonna suck. those new proton cannons are double tappy or double every other churn, so they're by churn is what they would call it. I don't know, but those proton cannons are going to be very effective to put on, to be able to put on the these stupid B wings. And I think I'm okay with that. I think if they can get rid of trajectory simulator and then give the B wings the ability to use the cannon slot more, I would like that. So JJ only made one committal move, it looks like. Specifically, he is going to leave Gina there, I'm assuming, to probably to contend with Grievous, if Grievous can even get close enough next turn. But we will see. I'm hoping Brandon takes Grievous and runs down that board edge versus churning in through those rocks, because it'll be a very sad Grievous if that happens. All right, so we get our first shot. Nub getting a hit and a crit. Goes ahead and says he's going to spend that lock and gets nothing for it. Little old bombardment drone rolls 2. No problem. Doesn't even have to use its calculate. Second shot coming in from Braylon there. And Braylon can spend his stress. Yep. And a little dirty. Oh, he has a focus too, doesn't he? Ugh. And that's where that little bombardment drone's got to use both their calculates. I like the gutsy call, though I will say I like independence on smaller drones better. Spends his target lock to roll his second shot. That's what I'm assuming. And oof, he is going to take that full regiment right there. That will give him half points. And let's go over and see what that crit was. It is a loose stabilizer. Not the end of the world for that bombardment drone, but it will force him to go in and hopefully not get killed. But I think that kind of makes the decision a little bit easier for JJ to he's going to churn 10 nub is my guess. One hit. And there we go. We get one evade. Second shot back at him. One native hit. And he gets that evade. So yeah, so that bombardment drone's going straight. Doesn't care if it lands on a rock. Once it gets on the rock, if it can live there, if it can live, it's fine. I think JJ definitely came out as the benefactor of this round. Again, not the end of the world, I don't think, for that green bombardment drone. But I think the big issue is going to be, can he survive if 10 nug comes in? Because I don't think he does. Which means he's not getting his bombs off, and essentially it's a free 3 points for JJ. Nobody collects a scenario point. Very typical in chance engagement. And we go back to set dials. I would guess that we're going to see 10 nub come in around that corner. It makes sense if 10 nub does, to kind of ensure that kill. Because if that green can go fast enough and get the bump on Braylon and nobody turns in, then there's nobody there to kill him. So Braylon does not have the trajectory simulator. At least according to this sheet, it doesn't. So that would mean JJ has to drop those thermals. Now, the cute thing that JJ could do, and this would be hilarious, is he can do that 3 straight and hope it clears. So if he thinks that bombardment drone's going to come in really fast, he could do that 3 straight and go past them and then drop his bombs next turn. Yeah, Braylon only takes mines if they get in there. So, looks like Brandon won roll off again. So, in this case, it's not really that big a deal. But yes, yeah, some fact coming in there. Sun fact, I think, is going to be the bigger thing here. Okay, so he is. I hit the button. There we go. Now, I don't know 100% why that bombardment drone did that. Because I don't think Braylon moved. And there's AP5. AP5 is way too cheap. Even at an I1, AP5 is just way too cheap. Just that's insanely cheap for him. Yeah, especially because he could coordinate while the other one's stressed, you know, like. So, all right, there we go. We see the red. Red will go onto that rock, assuming just take a calculate. It could do a barrel roll if it wanted. I'm still confused why he dropped the counter net, though. Nope, I guess he is taking a target lock. Well, on AP5. Did he put a delayed fuse? Oh, does he have delayed fuse? So yeah, he doesn't have delayed fuses either. All right, yellow just taking a calculate. Let's see what green did. Green did a 4 straight. Blue stabilizer doesn't trigger, but that drone does. I guess control your own fate, right? Control your own fate. That's probably why he did it. Go out with a bang. Yeah, see, and especially with that positioning, I would have done the 4 straight, done a barrel roll to the right to block Braylon to refuse him his stress. But that's just me. All right, so we have Grievous going around. I'm assuming Grievous will use an Afterburners to boost around that rock, but we'll see. If it were me, I would probably boost around there with my Afterburners. Yep, there we go. And you could either take the target lock to set up and advance, even though you don't really need a target lock. I will say, depending on what Gina does, though, you have to be careful because Gina goes 1 straight, drops that blazer bomb, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna hit it. So, but we'll kind of see. And then we have Braylon going forward, clearing his stress, and oh, look at that, take a target lock and a stressful barrel roll. No problem. Oh, no barrel roll. Really? Oh, yep. And there we go. There we have the churn-in with 10 nub. The anticipated churn-in. And too bad AP5 wasn't a little bit closer. get Gina. At this point, Gina, you're probably not worried too much with Gina or about Gina. Oh, you can't do that, buddy. All right. Just going to do the fake failing barrel roll, which is bullshit. And then we have Sunfac. Yep, Sunfac coming all the way in, saying, hey, how can I get a hold of a little bit of me, some AP5 there? And I think this is where you afterburners here. If it was me, I would be afterburners, take my tractor token, and then focus or a target lock. I don't even know. Do those things have target locks? I don't know if they do or not. They don't even have a target lock, so never mind. That's probably what I would do. I would do the boost in tractor. Hey, hell, you can even use that tractor to get closer too. So you could boost in, focus, tractor yourself, move forward, and then toss your tractor. Except for how far does ensnare go? All right, so that's only range 0 to 1. So that would not work to be able to throw it away. But I think it sets you up for next turn. So even if you don't want the tractor, yeah, and it looks like we'll probably be getting a tractor here. Looks like he tractored himself. Thank you for the foul. All right. One crit. No problem. Has all the evades in the world. Now we have Braylon. Range 2. One evade, no problem. Spends that to get the synced laser cannon shot. 2 hits. Oof. Well, he'll just only take 1. Not the end of the world. Definitely keeps him above half points. Now we are getting Gina. No, not Gina. I'm sorry. 10 nub. All right. Hit crit. And 2 evades. Spend your target lock there, Mr. 10 nub. There's an auto blaster shot. Well, that's definitely not good. And he is taking a hit and a crit. And that crit is damage sensor array. Oh no. Oh, that is the worst. All right, Grievous, no shot. Bombardment drone number 1. One hit. Oh, is he gonna spend? Oh, yeah, that's right. He has target lock. Nope, not gonna spend it. Okay. And look at that. Look at that. AP5 taking a damage there. All right. right, now we got bombardment drone number 2. Don't know who he's shooting at, but I'm guessing Braylon, but it doesn't matter. All right. AP5. The shot out the back. We have 1 hit. And 1 evade. Everybody's by the scenario, so no points for that. So we go back to dials. So we know AP5 is going to be churning in because AP5's got to coordinate a barrel roll to Mr. Braylon there is my guess. The question is, do you go to the left or the right? I would assume JJ just wants to keep Braylon in the fight. In fairness, JJ's taken no damage really of any consequence. I would probably just go ahead and do my barrel roll, get in there, and hope to take yellow off the board this round. I will say that he is definitely in getting bombed territory. I would not drop the counter net right now, but red's just going to rotate right on that rock. The shitty thing is it can't take any actions other than... I should probably give a little crit thing. Can't take any other actions but what he has, so I don't know what you do with that. That really sucks. Because ideally you want that calculate for defense. So either you're gonna fix it or not. You could run away with red, but again, for 3 points, I don't know if it's worth it. You just gotta hope that he can't ace you off the board. Now I will say, if I am that yellow drone there, I would probably be doing a 2-bank or even a 3-bank, and I know that's gutsy because that's a red maneuver. But I don't know if that 3 hard puts him in blocking distance. But if you can get in there, JJ's gonna roll Braylon, then Braylon will bump and not be able to do his maneuver. Unless Braylon's set up to do a 2K, which he could do. Because these stupid little B-Wings can do dumb maneuvers. So probably if you're JJ, you are going to know that there's a block there. I would be doing that 2. Again, I believe it's a 2K, right? Yeah. Yep, it's a 2K. But that's probably what I'd be doing with Braylon. Because if you barrel roll all the way forward, yellow comes in, you get the block with yellow, but then it just 2Ks behind you, and you gotta hope to God you're taking yellow off the board. But again, even if JJ takes 3 or a proxy mine, he's not taking more than 3 damage. He's not even at half points on any of these ships, so he can be more aggressive here if he wants, which is probably what I would do if I were him. But that's just me. I do hope we get to see Sunfuck ace that stupid AP5 droid. You know, on the show, the AP5 droid drove me nuts too. Drove me nuts. So it looks like we're getting a proxy mine drop. It's gonna put, I assume he's gonna put a delayed fuse on there. That way he can go through it. There you go. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. As long as you don't land on it. Now we have Nub throwing a proton. Ugh. And Gene is going to drop a blazer bomb, hoping to catch Grievous. think if you're Grievous, you're going after AP5 anyway, and then coming in around. We'll see, because if Grievous catches that Blazer Bomb, I don't think I've ever seen that Blazer Bomb go off. So I have no idea what the hell it does. We'll have to bring the card up, because I don't know. I've never used a Blazer Bomb. Oh, JJ. JJ gonna drop his spare parts canister. All right. So we do get the 2 bank. So we didn't get the coordination. So now I'm kind of wondering what the hell JJ did. Just taking the calculate. Red's gonna rotate. Red can't jump off the rock, but it could fix its damage sensor array if it wants. Yep, and that's what it's gonna do. Fix its sensor array. Probably the smart move. And there we get Sabine doing a turnaround maneuver. I'm sorry, Ezra doing a turnaround maneuver. Again, and then JJ's going to be able to Leia next round. And there we go. We got Grievous coming in. Question is does Grievous go in on the B-Wings, or does he just say, I'm just here to take you off the board, AP5? You know, that's the larger question there. All right, so he's going to do a barrel roll. All right. And I'm assuming link that into a focus. Oh, maybe not. All right, not linking that into a focus. Oh, look at that. 10 nub. What are you doing? 10 nub leaving the fight, saying no thank you, not for me. Basically going to come in to threaten. He's coming in to threaten Sunfok there. Probably the smart move, as Sunfok is worth 6 points. But we will see. And then now we get, and we do get the proxy mine bump. And it does leave him on a rock. So that is definitely good news for Brandon. We got at least 1 damage. Oh, he must be rolling for that debris cloud. Okay, so hold on a second. I got to go back into the chat there. I'll be right back. Got to ask them why they did not roll for the other thing. Be right back. Guys. Hey guys. Hey, did you hit that proxy mine, JJ? You sure? Because it lit up on my... I mean, I can see where you aren't hitting it, but in fairness, that's all. You guys are calling it that. Yes. Hitting it now. All right. I just want to make sure because for the stream it went bright red, so that's why I asked that question. All right, cool. Thank you, sir. So what they did is because here you go. This is a weird TTS thing. So technically, what happened is it claimed the chat actually says he overlaps that debris cloud and the mine. If you zoom in, he doesn't hit that mine, but it flashed. So it said so the way they played it was that he didn't hit it, because his final position is not on top of it. So no big deal. Obviously he'll probably hit it next round. There we go. We get a crit going off for that proton there. Sorry, and then they did all their other maneuvers while we were doing this. I just wanted to make sure that he got a fair shake, and he got a wounded pilot, and not a really big deal. Not the end of the world for that drone if he lives. And I think in the world of Brandon, this is the best round that Brandon can have. He has 2 ships that can't shoot him at all, which should be very beneficial to him. Here's where JJ gets to give out, and he's giving him an ion token to force that droid off that rock next round. And we have the blazer bomb going off. And Gina does take a damage from her own mine. Not ideal, but again, not really the end of the world. These 8 health B-Wings is like, whatever. It only cares so much. But JJ is now going to give himself a tractor token. I don't know why he rotated, but cool. My guess is that is a mistake. There you go. Good Lord, JJ. I guess is he wants to go forward so that he gets a shot. Or barrel rolls. There you go. See, now you just barreled. I guess if you get to kill yellow, then you don't have to deal with yellow next turn. But it is very dirty on JJ's behalf, barrel rolling himself off of the debris cloud. I do not like that. Hate these stupid trajectory simulator B-Wings. All right, we get Sunfac, range 2. Going into AP5. We get a crit. And we'll see. He has a reroll if he remembers. Yep, there you go. Now he has Predator. And is he going to get daring and use his focus there? Nope. He's going to save it. All right. There we go. 1 crit. And it is a blinded pilot. Probably not the end of the world for AP5. All right. So here we go. Here's the money shot. Can he ace a drone off the thing? And the answer is no. Question is, you as a drone, you spend your calculator. You don't want to come anywhere near dying. So 1 more damage, saves himself the half points. No big deal for that drone. JJ is eating a proxy mine. Question is, do you just drop 2 of them out the back, or do you put the one out the front? Don't know. All right. Got Grievous there. And Grievous gets no rolls, but I guess at this point... oh! AP5. Oof. You get your half points, but you didn't kill him. See, and that's where I think I would have taken that target lock if I were Grievous there. All right. Going into Sunfuck, I'm assuming. Spend the target lock. All right. Now we get Sunfuck going back. Spend your focus. There you go. All right. Probably move my hand. All right. Now we get bombardment drone number 1. And does he go in? You don't go into 10 up here. You go into either you're going to go into Braylon or you're going into Gina. Both are range 2, and I think it's just who do you want? Oh, he is gonna go into Braylon. All right, 1 damage into Braylon, or I'm sorry, 10 up. You get into 10 up. All right. Second shot into 10 nub. And we get 2 hits. And nothing from 10 up, so 2 more shields. All right, AP5, range 1 into Grievous. Even if Grievous takes damage here, it's not the end of the world for him. 1 hit. Definitely does not care. And he will take the 1. But when you're 7 health Grievous, you don't care. You're like, no, don't worry about it. All right. We're on the cleanup phase. But here's where it's going to be interesting. So he has to execute the ion maneuver. And I'm assuming 10 nub is dropping a proton bomb. That would be my guess. So proton bomb. Say, there you go. What are you going to do? And now you've got bombardment drone yellow. Does he drop the second proxy mine out the back? Does he drop it out the front and go after a little bit on Gina? Some of me says you drop it out the back because you know the probability of him hitting, you know, Braylon hitting him is pretty high. But at the same token, because you're a little off center, I'm wondering if you would be better off dropping it out that front right there. So we'll see. You could just do that out the back and hope you get both of them, but if Braylon one hards here, it'll probably miss that second proxy. But I don't know, because it's been a while since I've played proxy mines, so Too bad Separatists didn't have a Sabine on their squad that could give out crappy tokens for hitting bombs. That would be amazing. And that's when you almost run a gauntlet instead. Get a crew carrier so you could drop amazing things. So we saw the tractor token get handed out. We saw the ion token get handed out. He has a jam token left and something else. And a deplete, I think. All right. We get to go to our roll-off. I don't know if they'll remember the delayed fuse. All right. All right, go to our roll. There we go. Looks like this time JJ gets first player. Again, probably not really that much of an effect this round, but so now's the time of what we get to see here. What bombs do we get to see drop? So they are doing... he's going to throw a proton bomb. All right. So instead of dropping the proton bomb, he is throwing it in hopes to get Sunfac. Probably means Braylon's going in for some sort of a block on Sunfac. Now we get our Separatist bomb drops. Hopefully he remembers to drop some bombs. Please drop a bomb. Can at least hit Gina. It's a guaranteed. Guaranteed on Gina. No way. No bombs from the Separatist player. All right. All right. So we get AP5 bumping Grievous. And we get Ezra coming up from behind. And we get Yellow coming in, hoping for a block of some sort. I would just take a calculate token. Yep. Oh man, does he keep him on that asteroid? Do we get a keep on the asteroid? Oh my god, that would be hilarious if we did. I don't think so. I think he bumps. But he does remain on the asteroid, so there you go. Pretty cool move there. Make sure you roll for your damage. And not punished. And because he didn't execute a maneuver, he didn't have to deal with it. And we do get the bump on Braylon. And Braylon probably does not care that much. Alright. Now we have 10 nub. Clearing distress. Going in. Gonna take a focus there, JJ? Gonna take a target lock. Well, gonna take a focus. And barrel roll. Which will not be beneficial if some fat comes in on him right there. Oh, he got Grievous with the thing. Grievous doing a sloop. Doesn't really care about the 1 damage, I'm guessing, but that will take his shields down. And we get a second bump with Gina there. Thanks for the foul. Oof. Actually, look at that. Oh, man. Still pretty good. Oh, no, Sunfuck. No. Oh, no. I guess at this... hey, you know what? I guess technically Sunfuck, you're going to take it. You're taking a damage. Oh, and you're taking a crit. Oh, you're taking a crit. Oh, man. But I think you still take that tractor token. I'd better go see what that crit is. That's probably important. Is it not a crit? Maybe it's not a crit anymore. I mean, technically... Oh, now you're taking a crit. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Give him a stress. Oh, man. Oof, damage engine. Not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. But so Grievous takes a shield. Sunfac is down. That puts JJ in the lead with 6 to 1. So I guess because he landed on the rock, you can't take that. Must not be able to take that tractor token. That's right, because they changed the rules on it. So this definitely not going to be good. You can take the range 1 on red. Yep, that's what he's doing. Oh my god. Full string. And that's a dead red. Sad day for that red bombardment drone. Sad day. All right. I guess it's the range 1. 1 damage. Oh, he gets the stress in. 2, 3 damage. Spend your calculate token. And that is 2 more damage into yellow. All right. Grievous with the shot. Grievous going to go into 10 nub and go for the half points, or are you going to go into AP5 for the full points? It's 2 points either way. You get your re-rolls, I think, with Braylon. Not with the other. All right. And he just spends it, lives on 1. Ezra with no problem. We get AP5 shooting into Grievous. And it is nothing. So definitely not looking good for Brandon at 10-1 points there. He will be able to get another proxy mine off this round. But he is definitely in the way of Sunfac, who's going to have to... I don't know if Sunfac's one hard gets him out of that, hitting that rock there. I think he's hitting that rock no matter what. Oh, he can't even one heart because he has a damage engine. So... 10 nub at least is out of proton bombs. So... there's that. That is definitely a benefit. We do have Braylon with thermals, though I don't know why you would drop them. And then you have Gina. Well, Gina's out of bombs too. So really, your big thing here is that there isn't any big bombs from JJ that can hurt you. But you are, I mean, no matter where you go, you're probably getting shot this round from those B-Wings. But, because really, if they take everything but Grievous off the board, I don't think Grievous is going to be able to make a comeback. Could be wrong, but I'm guessing not. Oh, and they all have the Leia charges are all there. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit JJ can do if he wants. So. Looks like Brandon wins the roll-off. Again, this time it don't matter because they're on opposite sides of the board. So he will drop the proxy. It only hits Gina. So we take 2 damage total. Doesn't even get him the half points. And now that bombardment drone is out of proxies. AP5 just kind of running away. I think trying to tempt Grievous to come kill him. At least Brandon will have a little bit of an advantage being able to move first. And here's the unfortunate piece with that bombardment drone. If he can't get the bump on both of them, then one of them's getting the range 1 shot. Taking his calculate. Oh, now I wonder what Sunfox did. Ezra coming in. We know Grievous is doing some sort of a 2-bank. All right. Right, and he's gonna do a barrel roll and not a linked focus. I'm assuming a linked focus. Maybe not. That seems pretty gutsy there. All right. Yep. In fairness, Braylon is double stressed, so probably not the end of the world, but still. Yep, and Gina. So, okay, so he does arc dodge essentially both of those B-Wings to save that little bombardment drone. Now we'll see where Sunfac goes. Sunfac that rock. And Sunfac dies. Poor old Sunfac. Died to landing on a rock, which sucks because if the head miraculously cleared for whatever reason, he would have been able to go ahead and tractor Gina, which would have been funny. All right, so we have one bombardment drone with no bombs and Grievous living on a hope and a prayer. 13. We have 13 to 1. Now to reset the camera. All right. Grievous. Wonder who Grievous is going to go into. Oh, look. He's got AP5 outmaneuvered. Ah, look at that. Good job, Grievous. Range 1 outmaneuvered with his rerolls, and he needs them. Get her 2 rerolls. Oh, Grievous! Oh my god, Grievous. Oh. Oh no. Oh, Grievous. So sad. That was a great hit in the Grievous from Grievous too. Great maneuver. Ugh. Alright. Hit, crit. Grievous will have his Solus 1 rerolls. Oh, okay. 3 hits and a crit. Ugh. Blank out on Grievous. Nothing can go Grievous's way, it looks like. That's 2 hull, 3 hull, and do we get a ship card damage? And it's a fuel leak, so we do. Look at that. Good job, Grievous. Good job, Grievous. Impervium Pladen for the win. Love that card. Card's literally my favorite card. He's actually at 15, but that's okay. All right, the little bombardment drone that could. At this point, I think you go into you're going into 10 up there. See if you get some half points. Oh my gosh! Oh, I feel so bad for Brandon. That is some awful dice there. Grievous and then the bombardment drone. Nothing. Barely. He only rolled 2 paint out of everything there. Nasty. Oh my god, that's nasty. All right. Ezra shooting back. Hey, there we go. A little bit of payback. Ezra, you suck. You can't get it off. AP5, no shot. All right, so we live for another round. Live for that other round there. Too bad you couldn't reload proxies. Would be amazing. Be like, here you go. Have another one. Here you go. Have another one. Probably a good thing. Don't need frickin' B-Wings being able to reload proxies. That we don't need. My dogs are going crazy upstairs. Oh, I never got back to the story I started telling at the beginning of the show. So last night I watched Revenge of the Sith, ironically enough. And I did it because I haven't seen that movie in quite a while. And then on top of that, I have my game tonight, and I'm not running Grievous in my separatist list, but I wanted to see all the buzz droids and see all the little droids come flying around. Thought that would be pretty fun, pretty dope thing to do. And but yeah, I watched that and I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And it's probably, obviously it's the best out of the 3 prequels. And then, you know, but there are some scenes in it that they must have had like added scenes, and I wonder if I just never rewatched any of the added scenes because I was disappointed in the you know, like in the movie to begin with. But it's just kind of funny because first you get to watch Anakin slaughter a bunch of kids, and it's hilarious because this is obviously before Disney owned it. And it's hilarious because like all of a sudden you're like, oh, you know what's gonna happen, and it's rated PG, but you know what they're doing, and then they admit full-heartedly that, you know, like it kills, you know, he kills all these kids. And then Obi-Wan, Yoda goes, you don't want to watch that, and Obi-Wan's like, no, I have to see it for myself. And it's like, dude, why would you torture yourself? Like, why? Like, some of these plot holes, like in that aspect, is crazy. The other thing I thought was crazy, right? And they don't specifically say it, but essentially Padme's dying in childbirth, right? And like, so the question I have is how are we so far in the effing future and a woman has to die in childbirth, right? Like, I get that they're going for she died of a broken heart. I get that, right? But still, like, I don't know, like that's such a stretch. Such a stretch. All right, so we get the bombardment drone not moving very fast, taking its focus, its calculate there. Get Ezra coming in. Ezra gonna take an evade. AP5 flying to the board edge. Grievous doing a 5 straight. All right. In his afterburners charge. So pretty good. All right. So I don't know. I don't know what he. I think he. Oh, he's taking his target lock on Ezra. All right. And there we go. We just have Braylon running away, clearing his stress. 10 nub, not able to do much there. Pre-set up your target lock. He might have a shot. I guess he probably still has a shot on Grievous. And then we have Gina just bumping. And I'm assuming Gina, because you ain't taking any shots, don't bother taking focus. No real reason. All right. He is. Oh, he's taking the range 0. Is the weirdest thing ever. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Sad little bombardment drone. Didn't even get to shoot. All right. AP5. If AP5 could kill Grievous, I'm gonna be pissed. Super pissed. 1 hit and 1 evade. Okay, thank God, because I would be. I don't know why he didn't spend his focus there. We could have 2 hits. But if he killed Grievous, I'd be lividly pissed. Like that would be 100% wrong. Now I believe because we're playing by tournament rules. Oh my god, and JJ's gonna get a point for that. All right. 18-1. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there really isn't much coming back. You're probably just not getting out of those arcs. I mean, Ezra's just going to kind of bank in, meet you in the center. Then you got 10 nub, 1 harding, 2 harding, something stupid that 10 nub always does. AP5 is going to do a backup maneuver. That's the funniest thing about this whole thing. Oh, I'm pretending I'm going to die, but I'm really not going to die. All right, gonna roll off. See, can Brandon keep his streak going? Nope, this time it's JJ. And in fairness, we haven't even hit an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, look, AP5 backs up. What a surprise. Taking a focus. There's Ezra going around the rock. Takes his evade. Braylon doing a turnaround. Braylon, you're stressed. Oh, that's right. He doesn't matter because he's laying it. Oh. Oh my god. Well, afterburners. Take a focus. Take a stress. Try your barrel roll. Oh, you can actually make it too. Oh my god. Oh, Grievous. Too hardy in. Yeah, because I think we're playing tournament rules. We have to play. He has to play that game out, otherwise he loses all the points for it. So if you're Grievous here, do you just kind of YOLO and boost focus? Probably not. You want the shot. You at least get a shot. Even if you die, you still get a shot. And if I drink any more scotch, I'm not going to be able to play my game. So we do have another game coming up. We might end up stopping the stream for a second. So the guy I'm playing is eating dinner with his family right now because he's a couple hours behind us. So I told him he can have as much time as he wants. We will have another game tonight. 100%. We'll be streaming another game. And we're hoping at the latest 9 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're watching us from another time zone, it's some crazy other UTC time that I guess I'm not really good enough to calculate out. All right, so he did boost. He gets his reroll. Gets an evade. Do you use the focus? If you don't use the focus, you're taking a crit. But do you care? I don't know if you care because you have impervium plating. He's gonna take the crit. And the direct hit, so it's a ship crit, and it goes away. And now Braylon gets to spend his auto blaster shot. Luckily, no crits, 2 hits. And Grievous gets a reroll. Do we live, Grievous? No! Grievous does not. Oh, wait, no, he has 2 health left. Alright, so he still lives. We don't have a dead Grievous yet. Ezra. Spend the force. Two evades, no problem. And we go back to dials. Funny thing is, Grievous is in a pretty bloody good position right here. You know, you're 2 banking, and then boosting focus again, and you're getting out of quite a few arcs. I don't think Ezra can get around fast enough, honestly. So stupid AP5 in his backup. But anyway, we do. So sorry, I'm tangenting. Long day at work. Ended up working 7:30 to 7 o'clock almost, basically. So some of that time was spent in the car. Right. So I had a 30-minute drive this morning. So okay, so 8 to 7. But very busy day at work. But anyway, we do have another game. I am taking on Atlas, who has a 7-ship Rebel Swarm, essentially, versus my bombers, Bo Katan, and a couple of droids. So we have Brandon winning the roll-off again. Again, really doesn't matter that much, other than maybe for a target lock's sake. AP5 backing up. Ezra bumping focusing, and again, I don't know why he would even bother to do that unless he thinks he's going to get him in dark. Grievous, predictably, 2 banks. And you barrel roll to the far right, all the way forward, and focus. I will say it does suck being able to limit yourself. Thank you for the foul. The other thing is we do plan on streaming as many Crate Cup games as we actually can. So I'll be after our games tonight. I'll be looking at the schedule. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be another game kind of coming up on Friday, and we'll be streaming that. So we'll kind of see. I have a lighter Friday for work. My last thing. Oh, hey, we got half points on 10 nub. That's exciting. I like that. But I have a later day at work. My last meeting ends, I think, at 2 or 2:30. So, I'm... JJ, why are you actually... There you go. You're just failing your barrel roll. So, yeah. So, it'll be... I think it'll be good. I think I'm excited by it. So... All right. Grievous shooting into Braylon. Probably doesn't spend the focus there. I guess you just leave it at 1. Or you could just go for murder. Yeah. If you played this long, you might as well keep playing and not like kill yourself. All right, so we get the shot from Tenub. 2 hits. An evade. You get your reroll. And 2 evades. Hey, screw you, Tenub. We get her synced. Either, well, maybe this is a normal shot. Yeah, probably a normal shot. Oh my god, 3 hits. Ugh. There you go, Grievous. That officially is going to be the end. Yep. Takes 1 more, and Grievous has died to the shitty version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Like I said, we'll be back here. I'll probably leave the stream up unless I have to reset the audio. But essentially, we will be back here at 9 o'clock, 8:45 to 9 o'clock, to play our second game of Kyber Cup. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good night, and we'll see you in a few minutes.